Hey, how's it going? My name is Crystal. Welcome to a new video. This is the first thing I'm filming in 2026, and it's been a while since I've last filmed a video, so I'm very excited to start this today. But I have a book haul! I'm very excited. I have a book haul! Finally! Because my last book haul was literally just 2 books, and that was in, like, February. I have a box of books here, so let's just get started. I also have a package that I got in the mail because I reached out to an indie author, which I'm very happy that I did. Also, I will show that probably first. And then I got 8 books. My dad was in town recently and treated me to a day out. We went to Half Price Books. It was so much fun. We were only there for like maybe less than an hour because we had other things to do, and it was just a fun time. But yes, first I have book mail. I'm very happy and excited. I reached out to this indie author through TikTok when they came across my For You page, and they have books based on Disney rides. I don't want to butcher the author's name. They sent me a book for me to review in the future, and look at it! I believe this is based off of Pirates of the Caribbean by Breck Susan, book 1. I want to say duology, but I could be completely wrong. There's also this little ribbon with this little pin. That's just so nice. Also, I could use a pen probably. This is the first book in this haul. Thank you so much to this author for answering me so quickly and sending me this book very quickly as well. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to tackle this book. I'm so excited. So I love Disney. I love Disney theme parks, and I'm really excited for this. It's got Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, and you know, I can't wait. I'm also excited that I don't really know much about it. So yay, a new book. Now, I have a box of books here from Half Price Books. When I was recently out with my dad the other day, he took me to Half Price Books, which was so much fun. I hadn't been inside a Half Price Books in like, I want to say like 3 years, because I sort of for a while banned myself from buying books, and then I was a little bit broke for a while, to be honest. So I have quite a few here. I don't remember what I got, so let's see. I feel like I hear a train, but we're going to ignore that. The first book I have here is something that I randomly found because of course I was in the young adult section, and it's an old school looking Harry Potter book, The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling, of course. Ignore the price sticker, I haven't removed it yet. This is the older cover. I do have a newer edition of it, but I like these old school covers, and I always like finding them. This is really pretty, and I've never read this before, so yay to add to my Harry Potter collection of stuff. Okay, the next book I have here is one that I never personally read, but I know this series was popular when I was like maybe high school, middle school. I'm not really sure exactly, but these books, along with like sort of Gossip Girl, that young adult story, you know, Pretty Little Liars-esque type of stories, and this is the book The Clique. It's by Lisi Harrison. I know a lot of people read these back in the day, ignore the sticker again, and I have been seeing clips of the movie of this all over my For You page on TikTok, and I just been really curious about it. These look like really cute and short reads as well, so I thought maybe I'd tackle it as a grown woman in my 30s who never read these YA books, but I just never got to them. I don't know why. They feel like Gossip Girl-esque to me. That's the vibes I get from them so far. That's all I know about them is like, you know, these are girls that are really into fashion, and they go to like a preppy school and things like that. I could be completely wrong in what I'm thinking. I'm very excited to have this now and add it to my collection. Again, ignore the sticker. But yeah, I actually want to read this really soon, so I might read this hopefully in the next few months. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this. I don't know anyone myself, not that I know of, who's personally read this series or this first book, so I cannot wait. Okay, the next book I have here is, I believe this is young adult. It's The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, I remember seeing this series like online a while back. I had heard about it. I think it's young adult, like mystery-esque. I don't really know much about it, but I believe it's a trilogy to my knowledge. This sounds really interesting. I also got like vibes of kind of Knives Out-esque is what I was told by someone a while ago. But I love that I found this, and yeah. I cannot wait to get to this as well. Hopefully, like, at some point this year. The next book I have here is one that I thought of reading because it got made into a movie, but I just I wasn't sure about it at the time, and I also didn't own a physical copy of it. And it is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I think I downloaded like a sample of it on my Nook back in the day. Maybe? I honestly can't remember. But yes, I picked this up like right before we were leaving the store because my dad was like, okay, we have to get going. So I just randomly was staring at the shelves and I was like, is there one more thing I want to grab? And I grabbed this. I heard this was okay of a read, and it was made into a movie as well a while ago. I just don't remember when. Another, I believe, young adult book. I think a girl winds up in an accident from what I know of the story, and she sort of does the Groundhog Day, reliving a moment or a day or something within that to maybe change things for the better, I believe. Again, I could be completely wrong, and I'm just being stupid. I don't know. Very excited to add this to my collection. The next book I have here is actually part of a series that I started reading many, many, many years ago. Have I finished it? No, because I have like 6 books to still grab physically, and I just paused reading it a few years ago for some reason or another. I don't know why. I think I was just like, let me do other things first, and then I'll get back to that. And the book I have here is Toxic by Sarah Shepard. It's one of the Pretty Little Liars books. I've read most of the other books, but like I said, I have like maybe 4 or 5 more that I'm behind on, because I read the first like 8, and I love the TV show, but this was on sale, and they didn't have the next book that I needed, but this was one of the ones after that. So like I have the first like however many there are, like 12 on my shelf or something, and this is like book probably 14 or something. I don't remember exactly because I tried looking it up on my phone and then I was in a hurry, so my dad was like, just grab it anyway, we're here. I'm like, okay. But yes, I also, just these covers are a little bit nostalgic for me, like when I first started getting back into reading, especially like young adult books that I hadn't tackled at all, or I thought of reading, and I just didn't get to them until I was an adult. This is just a fun series that I still love thinking about and reading, because the books are still fun. They're a bit different from the TV show. I like them. They're a fun little quick read. Like, these aren't like long books or anything. Very excited to get back to this series eventually, hopefully later this year, next year, I don't know. But yes, I have a few more books to grab, and then I can finally finish Pretty Little Liars, the book series, physically. Only 3 more books to go. Okay, the next one here is, now this one I have seen all over TikTok. It is Light Lark by Alex Astor. Now this is, I believe, also young adult fantasy series, trilogy series? I don't know. I think there's like 5 books now in this series. But this was one of the first things that I saw, and I immediately grabbed it. When I would like scroll TikTok at one point, that was like around a year or so ago, because Alex Astor has been writing a lot of other books, and I want to get to those, but this is, I believe, the first one in the series. I'm intrigued, and I don't really want to know too much going into it, because I kind of like that. I don't know too much, but that is like the loudest bird ever. Come on, man. There's like a Tweety bird outside my window. So I remember seeing her talk about this book on like the Kelly Clarkson show or something like that, and Kristen Bell was sitting next to her. They were discussing possible like movie rights to this getting, you know, adapted or something, and she was like, are you casting? Like, just very sweet. And also, I've heard good things, so I want to judge it for myself. God, this is heavy. Granted, I have like no strength. The next book I have here is by Rick Riordan, and this year I have finally tackled, as an adult in her 30s who never read Rick Riordan when I was younger. I seriously cannot talk. Hold on, I need some water. Does that help? I have no idea. Anyway, the next book I have here is The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This is the old school looking cover, but I was very, very worried because I've changed covers of his books many, many times, but I am actually reading Rick Riordan's series Percy Jackson and the Olympians right now. I'm going to start book 4 probably pretty soon. I took a little break, and I'm reading other things at the moment just because I needed a tiny bit of a break from it. But at the beginning of the year, I told myself I wanted to tackle that series because I finally have all the books in that series, and I wanted to tackle those myself. But yes, I know this is the sequel series to that, is what I think I know about it. And I also like that I grabbed this in the old school looking cover because I saw it and was like, oh, gimme! So yes, another Rick Riordan book to add to the growing collection of Percy Jackson books. So yay, I'm excited that I have this. I should have taken the stickers off these. Now this book is part of a series where I only read the first 2 books many, 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 many years ago. Did I ever get any more of them? No, because I was going to, and then I kind of paused reading for like a year of my life. because I got busy doing other things. I also paused reading a bunch of series because I was crazy. That is a long-winded way of saying I got King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. Now, I read, what is the first book called again? Red Queen. I almost said Red Rising. That's not the same thing. I was like, I know there's red in the title. Anyway, this is the third book. At least I believe this is the third book, or unless I'm stupid. This is the third book in the Red Queen series, and I only read the first two a while ago, and I wanted to get back to that series, so I hope I grabbed the third book. Am I stupid? I don't know. But yes, I'm pretty sure this is the third book in that series, and I think there's like, I don't remember. I want to say 6, 7. How many books are there? Where's my phone? I'm not filming on my phone. Where is my phone? It's buried under all my books. I'll look that up later. This was actually the first book that I grabbed, I think, in the store. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, it's hardcover. Because I have the first two in hardcover. Every time I think I saw this book before, it was paperback. And I was like, no, my books need to match or it's going to drive me insane. But yes, I really liked this series from what I remember. Back in the day, I think the second book, I just didn't love it as much as the first one at the time. But it was a while ago. It was like 2019 for me. Anyway, this series I definitely wanted to get back to at some point pretty soon. So yes, I have another book in the series and I will get back to it hopefully. I want to say this year, but I could be completely wrong. Who knows? But we'll see. That book was heavy. That was my book haul, including this book along with all the books that I got at, why did I want to say Books A Million? I've never actually been in a Books A Million. What is the matter with me? Being inside Half Price Books, so that's like 8, so 9 books total. Yes, thank you so much to this author again, Breck Susan. But yes, thank you so much again to Breck Susan for sending me this book in the mail. Thank you so much for that. I cannot wait to read this. I'm so excited. I would attempt to hold these books, but I don't have any strength in my arms and I'm very tired because I got like no sleep. Finished doing this and I need lunch. So I also wanted to film this before I had to do other things today. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is the end of this book haul and I will wrap this up pretty quickly. Be sure to like this video and leave a comment down below. Have you read any of these books? Have you read any of these series that I've talked about? Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon with a new video very soon. Okay? Bye!